adui. Tufanye kazi pamoja na wananchi. PBI, asante sana kwa kuorganize dialogue kama hizi. Endelea kufanya zaidi. We make sure that tuna work pamoja na wananchi. Comrade Power. Asante sana.
Asante sana Bwana OCS, na asante sana. Thanks for making your office public for us. We are going to be visiting now and then. And finally, I'd like to invite one of our partners, who is Peace Brigade International, atuambie jambo before we end up this dialogue. Karibu Madam Mercy.
Asante sana comrade mzalendo. So asanteni kwa wengine wote ambao mmeweza kuhudhuria huu mkutano wa leo. So as a Peace Brigade International, we are very honored to have facilitated this conversation between the stakeholders, which is the police and the community. And as we have seen, there are less confrontational ways on how we can be able to handle our issues at the community level, right? Yeah, so as Peace Brigade, we promise our solidarity to the grassroots people as we continue to envision a courageous, compassionate, and collaborative ways on how we can advocate for social justice. And as I finish, I would like to invite all of you to PBI Kenya 10th anniversary. It has been a journey of courage indeed. Thank you.
Tutasonga kwa mapinduzi, tukomboe Kenya na wananchi wote. Social justice tupe uwezo, tukomboe Kenya na wananchi wote. Luizliki tumefika kwa siasa nzuri, kwa siasa nzuri, tutasonga kwa siasa nzuri, tukomboe Kenya na wananchi wote. Social justice tupe uwezo, tukomboe Kenya na wananchi wote.
Kenya 50+1 na bado tuko minus. Jukuna watu flani hawatumai.
I'll ask the team to assist me with another microphone, please. And I want to take this time now to invite three very powerful human rights defenders that one are featured in the book that we will be launching today, but also featured in the exhibition that is out there. So I will be calling them one by one, and let us really appreciate them as they come. I will start with Comrade Grace Lolim. Tumpigie makofi akija. Tumpigie makofi mpaka afike. The next comrade that I will be inviting is Rehema Roda Iha. Tumpigie makofi akija. And the last comrade that I will be inviting is Jacinta Agunja. Tumpigie makofi akija. Tuwapigie makofi vizuri. Ama mmechoka? Hebu kwanza tuamkeni kidogo. Let's stand up. Let's stand up. Tuwapigie makofi tukiwa tumesimama. Very good. We can sit. Viva comrades, viva. So as you see, these are comrades that are featured, their stories are featured in the book that we will be launching, but also are part of the exhibition that is out there. And if you are keen, they were also part of the short documentary that we saw. Because of time, of course, and I know we will have more time when we will be having our cocktail to talk to them, to know their stories further, I will request from them, one at a time, to just introduce themselves, where they come from, and also the work they do, so that we know them, and we will have a very short session to know more of their work. Then we will head to the other session. So I will start with Comrade Grace Lolim. Karibu.
Viva Comrade, viva. Viva Comrade, viva. Yes, my name is Grace Lolim, a women human rights defender from Isiolo County. I advocate for a progressive and inclusive society where indigenous women enjoy health rights, justice, peace, and security. And I also advocate for gender equality.
Thank you very much. Tumpigie makofi. Karibu Comrade.
Viva Comrades, viva. Mimi naitwa Rehema Roda Iha. I'm from Kilifi. I work with Kwacha Africa as a field officer. Now, I also advocate for women reproductive health and rights. Malindi and Magarini. Thank you.
Asante sana. Tumpigie makofi. Karibu.
Viva Comrades, viva.
Viva.
My name is Jacinta Agunja. I come from Madare, from a movement called Coalition for Grassroots Human Rights Defenders Kenya. I'm a finance person, but I'm also a feminist and an activist. I advocate for human rights for all, because we don't choose human rights. It's universal.
Tumpigie makofi. Women on the front line.
Liberate, celebrate.
Women on the front line.
Organize, educate, liberate, celebrate.
Our women hamtaki wako kwa front line. Men on the front line. Mumekataa men kabisa. Women on the front line. Very good. Now that is some energy. I will start with Grace Lolim. So I want you to share an experience where you had a very challenging experience as a woman, HRD, but also with the issue of banditry in Isiolo that I know you are in the center of.
Thank you very much. As I said, I come from Isiolo County. I come from a pastoralist community where banditry is normalized. So the challenging moments is one time, bandits killed a 70-year-old man who was also a widow, and 100 heads of animals were taken, especially the goats. They were taken, 100. The man was killed, and the police went to look for the animals. They got the perpetrators, 6 of them, and recovered 36 goats. These 6 people were taken to court, and because of maybe northern Kenya and the legal system, they were just released that there is no evidence that they were the ones who killed the man. And so for me, I had to advocate for alternative justice access, because that was not the first case which has been taken out of court and dismissed. I advocated for alternative justice access because I knew that I come from the same community that the perpetrators came. I was also the only lady in the peace committee, so I was torn between the community and also the human rights work. So the women from that community came, demonstrated that they wanted justice because they have not seen justice in court, and they wanted justice for the person who was killed. Remember, the man who was killed had 5 kids. One of them was in Form 4. He was the only breadwinner because I said he was widowed. So I started with another lady. We talked with women and we told them it is not late. Justice will be prevailed and we have to push it. Because I was in the peace, sitting in the peace committee, I had also to convince the security team that there is need for dialogue. There is need for the two communities to come together, because this is now the fire which has already been lit, and it will all go to other 5 major communities in Isiolo, because other communities will now come and support the other communities. So there will never be justice. We established the Council of Elders. There was no Council of Elders in Isiolo who could sit to dialogue. I did that because I was went to an exposure in Rwanda, and where I was also going through what the Rwanda country was going through. And when I was there, I felt whatever I was narrated there is happening in Isiolo. So I thought of, if I can replicate what I've seen there, then I think Isiolo could be in another step of peace. So we brought the elders together. We also contacted the then politician who was there, and we told them that there is need for a dialogue so that we can terminate all those things so that people can live in harmony. So the elders sat. We have the declaration, the Modogashe Declaration, which we usually use as Northern Kenya. So for the man who was killed, the declaration states that if a man was killed, there was need for him to be paid 100 head of animals. 100, it doesn't matter if it is a goat, a donkey, but 100. Then also the community, the elders, because they had a dialogue, they discussed the issues, they agreed that it has happened, we cannot reverse, but what do we need to do? It is only to come together and think of how we can appreciate, we can just say sorry to the other community, then appreciate that the process will have a fruitful deliberations, and then maybe have something like a win-win solution. So the elders agreed that the Turkana elders who are there, because I come from the Turkana community, and the Turkana community are the ones who did to the Somali community the same. So they agreed to give 30,000 shillings that day for the children to be catered for. Then the MP who was there he promised to pay all the school fees for the girl who was in Form 4, and also promised that through CDF he will pay for the other 4 kids. So that is what we did, and from that time we saw that it was good which was been done. But for me, when I was seeing these women coming, I was even in another meeting, peace meeting. When they came, they were shouting, there is no peace, there is no peace. If this is what has been happening to us, there is no peace. Grace, you are sitting there, you are doing nothing. And the lady was, remember even the wife of this man was just killed when he was taking care of the animals again. So it is the same process the woman was killed. So that one, I was burnt down. I was thinking of, what can I do? Can I leave the peace committee and leave everything? But later, I got courage that because these men also have confidence in me, I have to work for this, and I work for the cause. And that is the time I also realized that I am a human rights defender.
Thank you very much. Tupigie makofi. The next question will go to Rema. As a women human rights defender, I would want you to share with us how you navigate issues of security in Kilifi.
Thank you. Thank you, Javan, for that question. As a human rights defender, I normally use spreading risk. I normally use spreading risk in 2 ways. That is, I rather involve others or I do indirect advocacy. Indirect advocacy, I'm the one ambaye niko kule kwa field, so I gauge others wanakuwa mbele wakifanya hiyo kazi. For example, it's an case ambayo tunafuatilia kwa koti, so hawa wanakuwa mbele, lakini mimi niko kwa ground nikiwa nina feed with information. Then katika kuinvolve others, I don't work in isolation. Nina involve wengine ili lose the focus ya yule ambaye anani target, so that ile focus haitakuja kwangu peke yake bali itaenda to other people. And I also do some backup for any information that is relevant or important to me. I only share to anyone who deserves that information. I don't share it to ovyo. I share it to someone ambaye najua he deserves to have that information. And I also sometimes we go to cybers. So tukiwa tuko kule kwa cyber, huwa sometimes siachi information ambayo najua mtu anaweza kuitumia. So huwa nina make sure nimefuta ama nimeweka kwa trust, at least iwe haitaonekana. Then katika mambo na ku make sure kwamba niko katika security, in case ninaenda mahali ama nina intend kwenda mahali, I sometimes do some background information. I get some background information about that place ambayo ninaenda, so as nijiweke rada nikijua hiyo area iko vipi. Alafu pia katika hali hiyo pia I normally share with my colleagues ama with my close relative kwa anywhere ambapo mimi nitakuwa. Siendi tu mahali ovyo ikiwa watu maybe my colleagues ama my family members hawajui. Nikiwa niko mahali, my close family and my colleagues, they know kwamba mimi niko hapo mahali. So that is the only way ama the few techniques ambazo wanazitumia kujiweka katika safeguarding. Thank you.
Asante sana. The next question itakuwa yako Jacinta. Basically, as a woman human rights defender, the question is, how does it affect your mental health and how do you deal with such a situation?
Okay, mental health. Okay, being a women human rights defender is not easy because the work you do, the family you have close people who can be attacked. It's not easy. But for the mental health, one, I have a very supportive team. That's one. Another thing I do, we go for psychosocial with PBI. And what we do in Madare, where I come from, in the organization where I come from, the Coalition for Grassroots Human Rights Defenders Kenya, we have a safe space for women to talk about their issues. Because we don't judge people based on either tribe, color, or ethnicity, or sex. So that's a safe space you can talk about everything and you get a shoulder to lean on. We have already created our own space where you can talk about anything without being judged and getting the support you need. Yeah, that's how I deal with it.
Thank you very much. Maybe I will just also want to ask you all one question, because all of us here are sitting and celebrating the decade that has been. But of course, we are also looking at the decade that is coming. What would you want to see Peace Brigade International do for you or do for the work that you do with your community? I will start with you again, Grace.
Yeah, for me, I will ask the Brigade, PBI, to protect us because we are the frontliners within the community. We are sometimes torn between the community and the security team. So sometimes you are just left alone. But if there is somebody who can hold your hand, whenever maybe you are taken to court, that person is there to support you on legal matters, it will be good. And also give psychosocial support because the work we are doing sometimes cost our peace.
Thank you. Now, Rehema.
Okay, to me, one, we have two things. We have link and network. Network is my part, I'll play with. But there's another part of linking. So I'll ask PBI to link us with other human rights defenders. That's one. Two, if we can get a training on digital security, That will also help us. It will help us because currently we have issues on phone tracking, we have issue on cybercrime. So I believe when we get that training on digital security, it will help us. Thank you.
Asante sana. Nawe Jacinta?
Okay, venye wenzangu wamesema links, networks, and to get the links for the unrestricted funds, because there's work that women human rights we do that sometimes we don't have receipts, but when you have restricted funds it makes harder to do those work. That for me, I'll say to be linked to the funder who has restricted funds.
Asante sana. Thank you very much. Tuwapigie makofi. But as we wrap it up, I just want to ask if there's any particular questions, and I will limit this to 3 only, from the audience to any of them, Ama, to all of them. Is there any question or a contribution from the audience? They were very clear. Eh? Viva, comrades, viva. There is a hand back there. Would you get them a mic, please? Back there. Far right. Anyone else as they get the mic? Okay, it's one.
Viva, comrades, viva. Thank you so much. My name is Editor Adhiamboche. I come from Kibera. I'm a feminist witch. And I don't have much to say, but I just want to say thank you so much for the work that you are doing in your communities, because we need to stand and defend human rights. I know as a woman human rights defender, all the time we remind our communities that we are also human beings. So asanteni sana kwa kazi nzuri mnafanya, na tuendelee hivyo hivyo, tusibanduke hata kama tunapata hizo challenges zenye tunapata. Nawapenda sana. Thank you.
Asante.
Asante sana. There's a hand here. I think near Comrade Rachel. Yes.
Comrade Power. My name is Rachel. I'm a colleague of Jacinta and also Grace and many comrades. Mine is comment. Congratulations to PBI and the team of activists that have been able to contribute to this amazing journey. But my comment lies, I'm happy to see the German embassy. I hope they are also represented. There's a program we did with PBI around accessibility for visas for human rights defender and women human rights defender. I just hope also for the partners that are involved here would check on how to make it more effective, because of the solidarity that is basically global. And from many experience of women human rights defender, it's hard to get a visa, especially if you are single. Ooh. Most of us are victims of this. So if there's a level now, even diplomatic missions can be able to have this conversation with PBI and partners to see on how to improve on that. Not that we run from our country, because some of this exile, we go as refugee, quote unquote, because of the work we do. And it's usually very hard to leave our family, our loved one behind. Then the other one on funding, I agree with Jacinta also and the colleagues. Activism work needs unrestricted funding or co-funding support. And this is the language as HRD with where we are, based on also what Comrade Mtata said. We need to push this. It's unconventional work that needs unconventional resources. And that's why it's important this kind of partnership where also, and even accompaniment that Viri and the colleagues does is very important. So that's all Anna I wanted to highlight, but I'm so happy also to see women in front. We're also shifting the narrative. It's women HRD. Big up, bravo. Thank you.
Asante sana. Any other? There's a hand here. This will be the last one. Thank you, comrades.
Speaking Kiswahili. Mimi naitwa Jacqueline, wacha nipinduke. Mimi naitwa Jacqueline kwa Moka Matoke from Mukuru as a human rights defender. Wacha niangalie mbele sasa. Mimi naunga mkono Jacinta na upande wenye ameongea juu ya mental health. Upande wa mental health, naomba PPI head office. Can I call it a head office? Watuwekee mafunzo, wacha nitumie hiyo Kiswahili, juu ya mental health. Ndio tujifunze zaidi, tusaidie wenzetu vile tunaweza manage mambo ya mental depression na kumanage stress. Wacha niachie hapo sababu ya masaa, naweza ongea mpaka asubuhi. Thank you.
Asante Komboka.
Asante sana. I hope hatujafungia your very good points. I just want to take this chance again to appreciate and celebrate these comrades that have come a long way in the work that they are doing. And of course, because of time, we could not really do much and speak deeply to what they are doing. So I'll just request you to really appreciate their work. Tuwapigie makofi. Asanteni. Viva comrades, viva. Viva comrades, viva. Hiyo ni mvua imekuja. Baraka imesikia maombi yenu. So I want to take this chance to welcome comrade from PBI, Comrade Florence, who will be taking us through the next session. Tumpigie makofi akija. Tumpigie makofi vizuri.
Distinguished guests, our comrades, friends, and colleagues, good evening. Yeah, we've come to the final part of the program today, and I thank you so much for staying that long and coming to celebrate with us PBI's 10th birthday or anniversary. As we all know, an organization does not grow without its people. So even as PBI has grown, we have people who are very closely working with us that have also grown. And today, we've just decided, instead of celebrating the organization only, we also celebrate this particular group that has walked a journey from 2013 up to present. Since 2013, I would say our women human rights defenders are not the way they joined. A lot has happened, a lot of transformation in terms of their capacity, in terms of their networks, in terms of their mental health, and all that. When in 2022, they decided to now expand the space and also take up a new role, and now they are mentoring a new cohort. As you've heard, we have a cohort from Kilifi. So they are mentoring this cohort as they also learn from them, because the project is basically about learning from each other and becoming more effective at our work. So the book, while you're coming in, you received a pack that contains a book that is titled Stories of Strength, WHRDs Paving the Way. The title of this book was crafted by the HRDs themselves, and also the stories they are in is the real life stories of these women human rights defenders. This is because it's them who wrote their stories. Yes, we know them, we've been with them, but we decided to hear their stories from the first perspective. So when you read the story, just internalize and imagine it's them sharing the story to you. I'm not going to talk so much about what is in the book.
because if I do that, then people will not read. They'll just peruse the pictures and stop there. But outside there are also photos or portraits of these women human rights defenders, and they are in here. So I urge you, even during the cocktail, other than just reading the stories from the book, I believe it has more impact when you hear it from them, especially because you can even see their facial expression, their body language, and also considering with the cocktail, they'll have more stories to tell. Okay, as we flip the pages, we will discover moments of inspiration, perseverance, resilience, and the joy that has shaped this journey. One thing we need to know is we've not only chosen on what has been positive, but we've also decided to learn on the challenges that we have experienced as WHRDs. So as I come to a conclusion, I'll just urge each and every one of us to celebrate with us and also relive the highs and learn from the challenges. So I think that's that. And one of the most significant things that you'll pick from the book is that they have built their capacity in various areas of training. And for the last 2 years, they had identified some topics that they were trained on. And I wish to also take this opportunity to give them their certificates so that they also feel celebrated together with PBI. So I will call upon our country coordinator, Alberto Fight, to come and help me with issue this certificate. Okay, these certificates are not in any order, so they're just random names. But the certificate is a certificate of completion. This is to certify that so-and-so has successfully accomplished and demonstrated proficiency in the following trainings facilitated by Peace Brigades International Kenya as part of the Women Human Rights Defenders Toolkit project. So the topics are monitoring, evaluation, accountability, and learning. We have organization development and system strengthening, ODSS, that a lot of WHRDs have said is adding a lot of value to their organizations. We have resource mobilization and proposal development. We have network formation, management, and sustainability. So I'll just call the names and then Alberto will hand over the certificates to the owners. So we have Ibrahim Suleiman Hassan. We have Christopher. Please, Junior, you can remain on stage. We have Christopher Omoke Onduso. Lilian Awor Onyango. Where's Christopher? Francis Sakwa. Jacinta Agunja. Victor Owor. Victor Award. Grace Papa. Rukia Godana. Kavere Beatrice. Gertrude Iminza. Papa, you remain on stage. Judith Adhiambo Ochieng. Asha Ali Hussein. I didn't see her. Catherine Wangoi. We have editor.
What is Kate? Kate.
Yeah, so congratulations, cohort 1 of Toolkit organizers. And just as we close this and we launch our photo book, I'll just leave you with this. Naito kutafakari. When the spider webs unite, they can tie up a lion. You can imagine the size of a lion and the strength that's associated with a lion. So with us, with this team, we believe in working with others. And so in that spirit of collective struggle, we are going to invite some people here on stage to help us launch our photo book. So we request Senator Omtata to kindly come up to the stage. He's our keynote speaker today. We request Naomi Barasa, our board chair. We request Olal, the convener of Social Justice Center. We don't work alone. We work very closely with other HRDs. We are requesting team, our partner from CPS GIZ, and Patricia Loco. So the people who are responsible for the pyrons and the cutting, I think should be here with us because we are now launching the photo book. As apologies, we cannot move it, so we will have to do it from this side. Eh? Patricia. Moja. Okay, we are about to launch our photo book. I hope the DJ is ready. So you can come closer this side. Use one side because now this thing cannot move. I hope the DJ is ready. Okay. Now, as we launch our photo.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Funueni. A lot more dancing outside there, so let's have it short here.
1, 2.
And now, as part of the celebration, we are going to cut the cake. And as they, I think people can go down, and maybe we have a few people left. Thank you, Tios. You can, some of you can get down or remove backwards. Musonge, nyuma, keki katwe. Aya, okay. Okay, okay, we have time to take more photos outside and to sing and dance. So now, this is the last thing we are doing. We get some plates and then the cakes will be passed around. Because we can't all come here to have it. And in the meantime, maybe Alberto Yeah, in the meantime, as they cut the cake and get the plates to serve us, you can close for us. Give us closing remarks.
Asanteni sana sana sana, kila mtu amekuja leo. Tumefurahi sana kweli. And as we have said, this is our journey. And I hope that you felt the same as I did. Because as Florence said, as without you, we wouldn't exist, basically. Simple as that. So we are here to work together. We are here to continue together. And I don't want to talk too much because now I think that we have listened to everything that was there to be listened. I think enjoy the cake, enjoy the cocktail, enjoying the buffet outside, and socialize and have fun. And I see you in 10 years' time, inshallah.